What's going on, people? It's Mr. back again. I hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, it's the International Duty Week, so I just thought I'd do something different today. I've got him back again, Mr. Do Daily Des. How are you doing, Des?
I'm good. Recovered from the weekend, got over it a little bit. Still moaning about VAR, but you know.
I think I'm still moaning that I'm still watching. What's his name? The Ziganel chance. I've seen.
Oh.
I saw the replays and keep seeing it. I'm seeing it. And these Arsenal fans. They keep, not Arsenal fans, Liverpool fans keep tagging me. Oh, here's a chance that you could blah blah. I was like, just the game's done now. It's sorted, but it is what it is. But yeah, I thought I'd do something different today. Because I always do my previews, review shows. But I thought I want you lot to join, and I've put the link at the top. So if anyone wants to join, the link is, like I said, 5 minutes. I'll talk about your opinion on Forest's season. Do you think the playoffs is, and how Steve Cooper is? Because, like I said, yours here, me, yours here, Des, yours see the other panel that I'm always with as well. So, like I said, people, the link is on top. At the top, come and join, and then say have your opinion and have your say as well. If no one who knows who Des is, Des has got a channel as well with Do Daily. His link is below. If people can get him to 300, Des, what you want? 260.
265.
Okay, he's on 265, people. So, people, get the link below. Subscribe to Do Daily. If you can get to 300 by the end of the show, that would be a massive help as well. I like to promote people's channels as well. So, if you can get to Do Daily at 300, the link is below. And as well, the Kevin Campbell event is coming fast as well. That's Thursday, the 28th of April. Me and Des are going. We are so proud of that. We are going as well. So, people, if you want tickets for Kevin Campbell, the link is below. Please go and get your tickets now as well. And when they do sell out, they're gone. So, please, link below. Please go and get your tickets because it's going to be a fantastic event. Kevin Campbell, he's not been to Nottingham for how many years is it, Des? Since 1998, I think it is. So. People, I know the 90s people. The Forest fans in the 90s will remember Kevin Campbell from a season from, I think it was 96 to 94, I think it was. What was it, Des? 95 to 1999?
95, about 95 to 98, wasn't it? I remember the hat-trick at Coventry on the opening day. That was one of my biggest memories. And then just that promotion season. Yes. And again, this season, just to give it an extra plug, if we're getting promoted, and he's coming to Nottingham in the last weekend of the season, you know, what a time, what a chance to tell all them stories about Forest when we was last good.
Exactly. So, people, please go on tickets. Like I said, the link is below. I'm going to be there. So it's like I said, the money will go to two charities as well. Towards Des' charity as well. So, Des, you're going to be there. Promote your charity as well. Please get your tickets. There, talk about your charity before that we do talk about Forest.
Basically, there's two charities. There's Footprints, which Lisa, who's doing a lot of the organising, it supports massively. She did the charity day at Basford. And then there's Childhood First, which look after young children when they've come into the world and they've not got nice circumstances and nice families around them. They take them in and look after them. I'm winning the London Marathon this year. Part of my channel, of course, is to encourage a little bit of activity, focus on a little bit of mental health, all in a light-hearted way. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. Just trying to sort of motivate you to make the most of things. But the charity is really important. Myself and my partner, Kay, who are actually getting married a few weeks before, we're both winning the London Marathon. And we've never done anything for children. We do a lot of work through Do Running, which is my sort of community interest. So we wanted to do something for children. And we think kids that get a tough start, you know, generally don't have the best lives. So it's good to be able to help people wherever we can.
Well, like I said, people, Kevin Campbell events, please get your tickets. And like I said, it's going to be a fantastic event as well. And there's 51 people in. Like I say, if you can hit the like button as well, hit the like button if you can. If you're on Facebook as well and you've not subscribed to the channel, go on my link, go on Des' link, and please subscribe and help the channel. Right, Des. You know what? Let me start with you, Des. I think, like I said, he's been here for the both bit of on my review shows for a long time as well. And like I said, people, if you just come in, if you want to come on the show, And to talk about Forest, what your opinion on Steve Cooper, can Forest reach the playoffs, how the Forest season been, and look, if you got a story about Forest as well, please get on the stream. We'll be here for an hour, and then we talk about all about Forest. But like I said, it's International Tuesday week, and I thought, you know what, let me do a show. So people, the link is above as well. Get on. Right, Des. The main thing. There's 10 games to go. The cup finals. Can Forest do it, Des? Because we've got 2 games in hand, and we know the 2 games are Bournemouth and Fulham, but there's still big games going on. Like there's Luton away. Who else we got? Tough game like Blackpool. That's the next away game as well. But there's these next 10 games are absolutely massive for Forest, aren't they? Now that FA Cup's finished.
Yeah, they absolutely are, aren't they, George? You know, we've not been in such a sort of... Well, now it's in our own hands to start with, isn't it? And what we've got to do is come out of that game against Liverpool and take all that confidence forward. And the one thing that makes me think they will, do you know, when we played Arsenal, when we played Leicester, you worry when you go back into the league game. Is it going to be a case of after the Lord Mayor's show? Is it going to be like, oh, they're not going to get up for it? But what Leicester and Arsenal have done when we played them, it's kind of catapulted us back into form, because we actually went into those games on the back of defeats. The 2 defeats over Christmas and the Arsenal game, and then the Cardiff defeat before Leicester. And then we went on a run of form, 3-4 games, big games as well. I remember the 2 defeats. We beat Arsenal, then we beat Millwall away, and we beat Derby. Do you know, real crucial point in the season, it felt. And I think now it's almost like that final crucial point, isn't it? 10 games to go. We've played really, really, really well against Liverpool. I don't think anybody's going to get too deflated. We've got to be cautious of that. We've got to make sure that there's not an hangover from it and people sort of dwell on it. We coped in that game without the injured players. Of course, that's going to play its part. 3 of the back 4. But we coped really well against a really good team. And I just think now it's a case of getting those points on the board. For me, I've said it for a long, long time, since the Fulham defeat. When we got beat 4-0, I said we will get to the playoffs. I'm still really confident we're going to pick up those points. When we manage to get some of these games in hand played, although some of them aren't right until the end of the season, I think it's going to be enough to take us over the line. You can see by the results at the weekend, Blackburn and QPR are struggling. There's 1 or 2 other teams in form. Luton, of course, are flying at the moment. But is it too early for that? You know, is it too early for that last push? So now is the time that somebody's going to sort of fly in there and be in top form when we get into the playoffs. And hopefully, on the back of that result, on the back of everything we've done under Steve Cooper, we've only lost 4 league games in 30. That's incredible.
That's incredible.
That's automatic promotion form. If it wasn't for the hindrance of the first 7 games and only picking up 1 point, we'd be in an automatic spot, or at least we'd be very close to it. I know we'd be in an automatic spot, but of course the season would have panned out a little bit differently, and we might not have been attacking. I think Cooper come in, saw it was a bit of a free hit. We was almost dead and buried. Another 3 games, and we would have been in serious trouble. And even when he came in, I made the point early in the season on DoreOnTour that it would have took a lot for us to get back into a fighting chance. Someone picked me up on it later on. But the point was, he did it. And it shocked me as much as anybody. I was cautiously optimistic. Again, it was highlighted that I wasn't too sure about Cooper, you know. But the guy's a genius. He knows how to play teams. And even when injuries and formations change, Sunday showed that. You know, they were better than us. You know, of course they were. They've got millions and millions of pounds worth of talent. But we held out for 78 minutes and then conceded to a very conspicuous goal and had a chance just before that. Had a chance to stick it in and then we'd have been backs to the wall. But if we'd have held on there, the rewards are massive, aren't they? I just think we can take so much from that. And I think it's all within a grasp. And that's what we need. And then players are going to feel 10 foot tall this week, you know, and they've got to take that into the game against Blackpool, which is going to be another another massive occasion.
Massive game,
One of
yeah.
those away days, where there's going to be lots of Forest fans, lots of hype around it.
And me and Des are going as well. We'll be on the water as well, people.
Yeah, we'll be there doing our best. But yeah, I just think I think it's all set up now. Some people often say that cup ones can ruin your season, but I look back at teams like Sheffield United. Whenever they've got promoted, they seem to get to both cup semi-finals or a quarter-final. Do you get what I mean? That
Yeah.
it goes hand in hand, because ultimately we're a good team. We've got a cracking set of players. That right-hand side is phenomenal. He's getting into most Premier League teams. And I look at Steve Cooper. I was talking to some Man U fans, and they'd never go for Steve Cooper, thankfully, because I don't want them to go for someone like him. But could he not get a better tune out of Man United right now?
Yeah, 100%.
And some of those Forest players are better than what Man United have got. I'm not just being sort of stupidly loyal to the cause here. Stick some of them in rather than these prima donnas. I'd rather have Joe Worrell over Harry Maguire.
Yeah. Big shout. Des is going for it. Joe Worrell, Maguire. People comment. Do you agree with Des?
That's how far we've come, and it's not just unrealistic comments. It's the fact that these guys are doing the business, and now they're starting to prove they can do it against the real big boys in 3 games against 3 real good Premier League teams, 1 world-class team and 2 sort of good teams. We've not been outclassed.
100%. But yeah, like I said, Des has got a point about Forest this season. Like I said, people, it's 10 games to go, massive 10 games, and there's going to be ups and downs. And like I said, there is like teams that we're all playing all around the playoffs, so it's going to be a big test for Forest. Right, people, like there's 86 people in. I said that I put the link at the top. If people want to come in and talk about Forest, 5 minutes, then you can come on. Like I said, I'll ask you questions. Des might ask you questions as well. So people, getting the link. Link is above as well. So people, come on. If it's on your phone, if it's on your laptop, anything, get on the show. Right, before I get one in, before there's quite a few at the bottom. Like I said, hit the like button, please. If you are new to my DoreOnTour channel, hit the subscribe as well. Subscribe to Do Daily as well. His link is below as well. I keep mentioning it. The Campbell event is happening on the Thursday of 20th of April. Please get your tickets. It's going to be a fantastic event. Right, so where should we start? Let's get Luke in. Luke Turton. How you doing, Luke?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, he's got the biggest grin on here. So, right, Luke. So, Luke, right. So, your opinion on Forest season? How are you feeling about being a Forest fan right now?
It's probably the best I've ever felt as a Forest fan. I mean, I was listening to Des talk and I was thinking, what can I add to this stream that he hasn't already said? And
wow.
I think there was one thing that I would probably point out. I think Steve Cooper has had the best connection with the Forest fans that I've ever seen. I mean, I don't even think Billy Davies came close. It's just so comparative differences between the start of the season and now, with the amount of changes that one guy has made. It's just phenomenal. The fact that there are people saying this squad wasn't good enough at the start of the season, and now everybody wants the players we have.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Sorry, I think you've got a great point, Luke, about the connection and comparing it to Billy Davies, because that's the natural comparison, isn't it? I think the difference between Cooper and Davies is Cooper's just a lot more calm about it. Davies was irrational. Davies wanted to fight everybody. Cooper he's a lover, not a fighter. And whilst he's determined, he's got lots of traits that Davies has got in terms of picking teams and grinding out results. This guy, he's got a bit of class with him as well, it feels. Whereas Davies didn't really have that, did he?
Luke, so since Steve Cooper's come in, what player have you been impressed with so far?
Well, that's a really hard question, Dor, because I
I know
mean,
yeah, you got to say it though. It doesn't mean you got to pick. It might be one or two. Just pick one or two.
all right, I'm going to pick two: Scott McKenna and Ryan Yates.
Loving it. That's like you got final points for me.
Because I mean, Scott McKenna goes very unnoticed because he just does his job. I mean, I'm really disappointed that he got injured because I think the balls that he was playing down the left, sometimes he was a left winger, and we missed. I think we missed those passes in the Liverpool game at the weekend. But also Ryan Yates, the transformation has been incredible. Getting him to go further forward, he's playing balls that I've never seen him play previously, because probably wasn't even allowed to play them previously. But also, he's scored 8 goals this season. For a central midfielder, that's impressive.
Right. Des, going to say Des?
I was just going to say that I said it not too long ago elsewhere. Right, a goal scoring midfielder, he's a priceless commodity, isn't it? And Yates doing all the dirty work he does to chip in with the goals he has. People question his talent sometimes, don't they? People say he's got limitations. I'm starting to think that's the disrespectful part of it now, not the boo boys. Stop questioning his limitations, because the guy, he does his defensive work, he's scoring goals. We was all frustrated when he was missing a few headers, but he's added that to his game. He plays forward passes, He's effective. That's what's important as a footballer. I've always got a massive thing, just quickly before you move on. Olivier Giroud, I love the guy. One of my favourite footballers ever. People say he's not world class. He's a goal scorer. I tell you what, I'd rather have a goal scorer any day of the week.
100%.
Because that's affecting the football match. Man U have got world class players who are roaming around not doing very much. But that's the point. So I think Luke's got a great point on that.
Right, Luke. Last but not least, right. I always ask this question, and then people as well. The people who will come in, remember what I'm going to say. Start of the season, where did you think Forest will finish? And now, where do you think Forest? Where do you think Forest will finish? And this is people backstage as well. Remember what I'm going to say. So, Luke, go ahead. Where do you think at the start of the season? Where do you think Forest will finish? Did finish.
Start of the season, bottom 3, because we were totally dreadful. Now, I'd say, I'm going to say 5th.
Okay. 5th place. Who do you want in the playoffs before we go?
Huddersfield, because it'd absolutely wind them up if we beat them at the City Ground and then fireworks go off again, because we're now named Firework FC.
Oh, days! Yeah, Huddersfield fans have been triggered about. I've been seeing them on social media about we didn't put no fireworks against Liverpool. We're not sure about Huddersfield. Get a grip. Right, Luke, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on. And Luke's got a YouTube channel as well called, what is it, Luke?
Turton Sports Football.
Yeah, plug before you go.
Yeah, I am currently doing 3. I did 1 show tonight, the Championship show. I'm doing a League 2 show tomorrow and a League 1 show on Thursday. So, yeah, I basically just talk football for an hour most nights when I can find people to come on. So, yeah.
All right. You're right. Luke, thank you very much for coming on. Like I said, people, I will put, after the show, I will put Luke's channel, I will link below, so people go on follow him. Luke, it's been a pleasure, and appreciate it for coming on.
No worries. Cheers, dog.
Cheers, dude. Right, next one. Oh, let me get the legends on here. The Rads and Rads dads. The 2 legends coming on. He's been on my channel as well. The people will know who he is as well, and let me get them on now.
Hi,
Rads dads.
Hello, Mr. Rads.
I'm not too. How are you lot feeling?
Elated, absolutely elated after the weekend. The atmosphere was the best this season so far for me. It was electric.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Right, so you know what? Let me ask Rad's dad, because I think I've asked you so many times, Rads. I don't think, like, if people know who this, people know who Rads is. He's got like a YouTube channel as well. He's been on my show quite a lot. But let me get to Rad's dads and Steve Cooper, Rad's dads. tell me how are you feeling about the season, man? The start of the season as well, Chris Hughton and then Steve Cooper. How are you feeling about everything?
Steve Cooper is the second coming. Our Lord Stevie Cooper. We are Prem bound, and yeah, that's all I can say on that. He's just the best thing since Cloughie, as far as I'm concerned.
Since Cloughie?
Yeah.
Raj,
don't get me wrong. Billy Davis was mentioned earlier.
Frank Clark. What, Frank Clark?
Frank Clark, yeah, okay. But no, I'll go with the Cooper second.
Oh, that's a bold
controversial, I know.
Wow.
But I remember the old
even Des wants, even look at Des's face. I'm shocked.
Sorry, Des, I didn't realise it.
No,
Don't upset anybody, but that's my opinion.
I'm inclined to agree. I'm shocked, but I'm shocked at myself as well. Because the guy started in a far worse position, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
That's what we have to look at, where he was at. Yeah. I'm not saying Frank Clark didn't do an absolutely unbelievable job.
Yeah, he did.
But, Forest had just come out of the Premier League. Cooper's coming after 23 years and the team are bottom of the league. So why?
Now we're seventh.
I certainly understand the comparison at least. And then if people have got that opinion, absolutely.
Yeah. Like I said, everyone has opinion, and like I said, Rad's dad says Steve Cooper. He is, but like I said, you got to look at it. Like he comes to the club and was bottom of the league, and with I think it was 2 points from the playoffs. Rad, your turn. Like I said, it's been. I've spoke to you a couple of times about this, and tell everyone there's 94 people in. Thank you for watching. Rad, tell everyone how are you feeling about Forest fan? Because like your dad, he's been there with the European Cups, the Frank Clark, blah blah blah, Dave Bassett. But as a young fan, Steve Cooper has been coming as a fresh fresh here. But what's your opinion of being a Forest fan right now as a young fan?
Well, I mean, in terms of Steve Cooper, obviously I can't go and say whether he's as good as Frank Clark. I don't remember him, but he certainly is the best manager I've known. Of course, I think it's quite easy, really. I know Billy Davis was pretty good as well, but it's pretty surreal, really, isn't it? Being a Forest fan right now, how dire we were, not even a year ago, and now we're probably the best we've been for a long, long time.
Yeah.
What Cooper's done completely transformed the entire team and the whole. Just see how the City ground is, and the away ends are all the time. It's just always selling out, amazing atmospheres, especially against in the cup games, I think, and Derby, obviously. It's always a really strong atmosphere, and it's just brilliant, isn't it? Supporting Forest right now, and it's not many times you've been able to say that in the past. It's been pretty difficult at times, and I mean the whole team, Cooper's improved from start to finish. Even the players that were pretty good before Cooper. And we knew that most of them had the ability, but they just weren't fulfilling it really. And I think, particularly players like Ryan Yates, we mentioned Colback, we're seeing the absolute best from them now. And, it's just brilliant. It really is.
Colback's a different player altogether compared to last season. He's reborn.
But Ryan, is that your player you've been impressed with since Steve Cooper's come in, or have you got a different player?
I want to go Scott McKenna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very reliable. I mean, okay, he made a mistake against Cardiff, but most of the time, he's very reliable.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Is that with you, Rads? As well? Rads? Is that you as well, Rads? McKenna, or have you got someone else?
You could pick quite a few players.
There's a lot you can pick from. Yeah, the list is endless. But
I'd gladly say McKenna or Yates or Spence. How can you forget about him? The whole team's been really good. Really.
So everyone, people put in the comments, who do you think your player has been so far since Steve Cooper's come in? I know Chris Hughton, no one was awful, but people in the comments, what do you think? Right, Raz Dads, I think I've asked Raz this so many times. So the start of the season, where did you think Forest will finish? And then now, where do you think Forest will finish?
Do
a Des and say they'll come in second. Or you didn't say second, did you, Des?
I did at one point.
I genuinely thought beginning of the season, especially after the first 7 losses, we were going to get relegated. I hate to say it, but now 3rd, 4th, Prem bound. We are Prem bound.
Oh, you've been drinking the Des juice as well. You're confident we'll get third or fourth.
I am confident, yes.
Bloody hell! I'm
Right,
loving it.
I've got a question, Dor, for Rad's dad. You mentioned right at the start there about the atmosphere and it's the best this season. For me, and I've been supporting Forest for a long time, not quite since the European Cup days, but that's the best I've ever heard the City Ground.
Oh, it was just continuous, wasn't it? I mean, the Derby game, that was fantastic. But then again, Derby games usually are. But Sunday, the Forest fans were on it all the while.
Do you know, I sit in the Bridgeford end in the upper tier and I listen to guys like Forza talk about the Trent end, and when the Trent end's lively, the ground's lively. And the Trent end, I was watching, and it was just up all the way through the game. Yeah. You know, little pockets of fans, and I noticed that different parts of the ground were singing different songs. And I don't ever remember it like that. I remember the Reading game when we got promoted and when we all ran on the pitch and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I remember sort of the late 80s, early 90s, but I've never heard an atmosphere like that. How does that compare to the European Cup days?
Pretty close, actually. Yeah, I mean, I've been a Forest fan for 58 years, and that was pretty good on Sunday. But yeah, it's like a European night almost. I think Klopp said that in one of his interviews. I'm sure he did.
He knows where Nottingham is now, doesn't he?
He knows where Nottingham is. It's not just famous for Robin Hood, is what he said in an interview before.
The cheek he said about what Klopp said. He only knows Nottingham's Robin Hood, the cheek. But now he knows. Yeah, the atmosphere was just amazing. Dad, what did you say before Forest will finish the start season? But now,
well, before the season started, and it was probably quite bold given the fact we had Chris Hughton in charge. I think I said like 14, but after the start we had, I was like most people. I really thought we were going to go down, which would have been awful. But right now, I mean, I think we will make the playoffs definitely based off how we're playing. It's not just in the cup either. You know, like you were saying before we came on. You know, sometimes it can hinder you, but it really isn't with Forest. Like, we just continue it into the league, and you just see, you know, it's giving us confidence and it's giving us even more belief. You know, especially not just beating these Prem sides like Arsenal and Leicester, but you know, thoroughly, deservingly beating them. And I think that's brilliant. So if you're going to give it an actual position, I think about fifth maybe.
Bloody hell! So Rads is going for fifth. Dad is going for third and fourth. People in the comments, do you agree with both of them? Right, last but not least, Rads, give a plug to your channel. But like I said, Rads has got a channel, and there's he's like me as well. We just go there, have fun, and Rads does. He makes appearance as well. Do a little plug as well for your channel. Yeah,
I do a lot of Forest stuff. I do general football stuff. Basically, if you love football, I'm sure you like my channel. And we're both on it a lot. Obviously, me.
Dad, he's a man. He's a man. When you see other channels, not mention the names, he's there. So people, I will put Rad's channel in the link below. So people go and subscribe to Rad's. Like I said, he's a young lad doing good things, and soon he will be replacing me. So, like I said, people go and replace Rad's because I've met him a few times at City Ground. He's got a great channel. So people.
Thanks, mate.
To Rads. But Rad's dad, you know what? I think it's the first time Rad's dad has been live on his channel, and I appreciate it. I'm starstruck.
No, thanks for letting me on. Yeah, out my cage.
Because can you soon replace Des? But Des is a bit annoying. So can you please replace Des, please?
I could never replace Des. Is that the right answer, Des?
He keeps begging every day. Will I come on? But come on now.
Loves you really.
Talk.
What?
I says I'm on that often. I can't even get my words out. I can't even talk anymore.
Blanks and people, Rad's dad and Raz, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you, take care.
Hopefully I see you. I'll see you at City Ground again.
Yeah,
we will. Yeah.
Respect.
You Reds.
Like a peace and love. I make sure everyone subscribe. But yeah, peace and love, Rad's dads and Rads.
You Reds.
Thank you very much. Cheers. You Reds. Right, next one. Let me get. Is he? Yes, is he?
How you doing, guys? You all right?
How you doing? You okay?
I'm really good, thank you. Thanks for having me on. Nice to see you, Des. Nice to see you, Ben.
Good to meet you, mate.
Where are you from?
Where am I based, or where am I originally from? Yeah,
you based?
I'm based in Sherwood at the moment, but grew up in Nottingham, Lenton area.
Okay.
I'm sure you know some of my family. But I was going to ask you actually, because similar story to you. My older brother's a Liverpool fan, so the weekend was a big thing for us, and we used to fight all the time. My mum used to hate it. She goes, "You fighting over Nottingham Forest and Liverpool again?" So it was, listening to your stories and watching Guy on your live the other day. That was brilliant because me and my brother, but we're obviously mellowed out because we sat there nicely watching the game. He was quite shocked how well we played, and he thought we deserved to win, and I think we did deserve to win. So it was just an amazing experience, and we just want to see it again, don't we? We want games like that week in, week out, and but just going off everything that's going on at the moment, I've never felt so close to it,
How you feel about Steve Cooper? Like I said, it was a bad start with Chris Hughton, but since Steve Cooper come in, as you know, everyone's just buzzing, and the atmosphere is much better, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like you said, I mean, I've been supporting them since the mid-'80s. So I was born in '78, so I obviously didn't see the real glory days, but I saw us in cup finals, and I think first game I watched was a Simod Cup final where we won. Yeah, so we were in all sorts of cup finals back then, Zenith Data Systems, all sorts of stuff. But regular trips to Wembley, and so I grew up. Cloughy, Stuart Pearce, Des Walker, they were my heroes growing up, and then I was lucky enough to see the Collingwood years, and seeing one of the greatest players I've ever seen, and then living through that, and then not seeing us playing Liverpool for 23 years, that broke me, mate. I didn't, and the funny thing was, I think I've commented on one of your lives, before they made the draw for the quarterfinals, I was saying, I can't believe how we've not even faced Liverpool in a cup game in 23 years. And then we had potential to draw them. So
listen, I went mad. I went berserk.
Oh, we had to win that Huddersfield game. Once that draw was made, we had to win that Huddersfield game. Because I thought, I think we had a similar chance I think it was in the Billy Davis era, where we had a chance to play Derby, we had a chance to play Man U or Liverpool, and we couldn't get past Derby, I think. I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly.
I think we played Luton. I think we got beat by Luton, and Luton ended up playing Liverpool.
Yeah, it was a game we shouldn't have. Absolutely, yeah. I think you're remembering it better than me. But yeah, that was, I think, our only other opportunity to even face them. So the weekend was amazing. I'll be honest, I was disappointed with their fans at the ground. I expected a lot more.
Listen,
noise-wise, chance-wise,
boring.
They didn't bring it, did they?
This was what we hear about the famous Anfield away end, and I didn't hear nothing. I didn't really hear it. But people, did you hear anything?
Yeah.
Right. Let's start there. And we'll talk about Steve Cooper. He's been a fresh year since he's come in. We've told everyone what player have you been impressed with? So many players that are impressed, but who have you been impressed with so far this season?
Well, I think the guys earlier, Luke, he stole my limelight because that two players I would have gone for, Yatesy and McKenna. McKenna's just like a silent hero. He just does his job. He's so consistent. He's a rock. But also fair play to Figueiredo and Worrell on the weekend because I think they were brilliant. But a pair of them were. You didn't miss Cook and Kenna as much as I thought we would. But also, I think touching on Ryan Yates, every season since he's been in, he's improved every season on, season out. And I think he can still go up another couple of notches. He's one of those players that I remember I was unfortunately couldn't get to the game on the weekend, couldn't get a ticket for love nor money. But listening to Roy Keane, actually, who praised him after the Arsenal game and kind of gave him a little bit of a knock. I don't know if you rewatched it, where he says, he's too, where he didn't actually go into the goalkeeper for the penalty. So if he'd gone into him, he would have got the penalty. He kind of like tried to be too honest for his own good. And he says that he's too honest to a fault. So it was almost like a backhanded criticism, but I think he can just improve even more. And it's great to see when it's a young, homegrown talent and they're coming through and others are now talking about them. And I won't be surprised if we get offers galore coming in for Yatesy in the summer. So I think it's so important that we don't we capitalize on this opportunity, because what's happened, we can be like the miracle, man. Like, I don't know if I've got this right, but wasn't it Roy Keane who took Sunderland from the bottom all the way to promotion? Was it Roy Keane? Yeah.
Yep, Roy Keane.
And that's still legendary to this day. People still talk about it. We could do something similar this season. And
you know what, Kez? We can. Remember, I don't know if you remember, and people in the comments as well. Dean Smith did it with Aston Villa. He come in.
They went on an amazing run of wins, didn't they?
We're in rock bottom, and now did he get promoted? Was it the first season he got promoted, or was it the second season? I don't know if it was. What was it?
No, I think it was the first season he was in. I think they went on a run of about 10 wins in a row or something like that. But just shot them up the table, and they didn't look back after that. But yeah, I think it was his first season there that they did it. It was the same season we had the 5-5 draw against them, wasn't it? I'm sure it was.
Yep.
So it has happened in recent times as well. There's no reason why it can't. And Cooper's record of getting to the playoffs, and he's got to a final, he's got one more step to take, hasn't he? You know, and let's hope whatever happens, this is my biggest hope. And I don't think it will happen. I think his heart's in the club, but I just hope, even if we don't go up this season, we don't lose him, because he's made all the difference. I love the Billy Davies days. I would, like yourself, I would say Frank Clark after Brian Clough. You know, Frank Clark brought us so much joy in that short space of time. But I think Cooper's pushing up there in the top 3 as managers, and certainly in my lifetime watching Forest. So pre-season, I thought, you know, your favorite.
Wait. He's going up before the right. So like I said, I've told everyone. So the start of the season, where did you thought Forest would finish, and where do you think Forest will finish this season?
So before we played any games, I wasn't too hopeful. Your favorite number, I was going for 15th, mate. I thought we'd finish 15th. And 14, obviously after the start,
number 14, my favorite number 14. Come on.
No, I thought that's it. I thought was that your prediction all season. We're going to finish.
No, 15th. Yeah, 15th.
Yeah. That's fine.
Listen, people. Yeah. I'm still going for finishing 15th this season. 15th. So I would have gone with 15th. And obviously after the horrendous start, and this is what bugs me, because even if Cooper had been in, even if we got 7 points out of those 7 games, we'd be in automatic places right now, you know. So to think that we only got 1 point out of those 7 games, let's just hope it doesn't cost us at the business end. And I think now, I honestly think, and this is what I'm loving looking at the table over the weekend, because the FA Cup obviously gave us a good run. It gave us great confidence, gave us amazing memories already this season, but also allowed us to get a little bit of gap between us. Let the other teams play, let them all play each other and lose a couple of games. Because apart from, I think, the Sheffield United result on the weekend, everything pretty much went in our favour. So I think, looking at the table, it's in our hands now. 100%. We win those 2-3 games in hand over clubs above us. We're in the second, third, or fourth position, you know, and I think we can maintain that till the end of the season. I'm really confident. I've never been so confident watching Forest. Certainly not in the last. You're not the only one. I think everyone Forest fan. Like I said, we don't want to get high hopes. But like I said, it's still there's 10 games to go, 10 cup finals. But like I said, everyone's high. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Des. Sorry, I didn't even ask Des any questions I meant to, but
ask Des a question before we go. Ask him one. Ask him.
No, I was just going to say I do follow you, Des, and I think your stuff's really uplifting, because like what you do. I listen to it while I'm walking and working, and it's really uplifting. And we need more stuff like that, because it's been a tough few years for everybody, and people's mental health and things like that, and just having somebody to talk to and reach out to. Really respect what you do, and I'm an avid follower, mate. So I'll keep following and watching your channel.
Mate. I really appreciate that, and as you know, it's all relatable stuff, and it's just me waffling on. It's not technical, it's not scientific. It's just real. It's just me.
Yeah,
you know?
that's it.
So, but I'm really
I'm loving that. I'm loving that. You know what? You're well done for saying that. Like I said, look, you did get your question to Des.
Yeah, no, bless him. No, it's fantastic, and you all your guests are fantastic. To be honest, I love watching your channel, mate. And
who's your favourite one besides me and Des?
What besides you and Des?
Don't say it.
I do like Megaphone Man. He always makes me laugh. He always makes me laugh.
I think you'll love that. You'll love that.
He's got a good banter. But no, all fantastic. Rads as well. Rads is another one I follow. He's got a great channel. Rads and his Rad's dad. But yeah, all the guys, Kieran as well. So yeah, fantastic. It's just great to see the community coming together because I'm a Nottingham guy all my life. You know, what Nottingham needs is a team in the Premier League. And when you see it, just go. It needs it, you know. And I think, fingers crossed. I'm not saying nothing. But
you're a legend. This guy's a legend. Thank you very much for coming on. You know what? Can you message me after the stream if you can, please?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm one of your followers and I do have a membership with you. So yeah, certainly.
Respect, Eze.
It's as scents on my thing because I collect fragrances and stuff like that. So that's what it is. But yeah, fantastic, legend. Mate. And thank you so much. And I'd love to do this again one day, mate. Thank you.
I'll get you on before the season finishes, 100%. But like I said, thank you very much for that, dude.
Thank you very much, guys. Nice talking to you both.
Thank you.
Take care.
Cheers. Legend. What a legend. But like I said,
that's another tenner it's cost me.
Yeah. Right, before we'll get on Kieran next. I'm just going to look at the comments. Sorry, I'm not looking at the comments because this guy's a legend for coming on. And as well, people, if you want to, like, as he mentioned, he's a member, and Des is always a member, and next one, Kieran's a member as well. So if you want to be a member, the link is below. It is £2.99. It's a Forest channel. People can come on, and it's like I said, if you want to support the channel, please do, because it's not free. This is not free. What me and Des do is not free. So people, like I said, if you want to be a member, please do it. It helps me and it supports my channel. And if you want to ask any questions as well, please do. The link is below and it is what it is. Right, let me get through the comments. There's quite a lot to go through. Because I've been going to see ground custody since League One days. So what's seen now is easier, the best football we've seen. I can't disagree with that comment. Like I said, it's fantastic football that we are seeing. We'll see again. From Michael, there's nobody in top 6 who will get maximum points. Is what it is. Also, people, if you want to get on the show, there's still quite a lot. I'm not in a rush to go. But I said, people, if you want to come on, like everyone else does, the link is below. Get on. Right, who going? We get Kieran on, and then we'll get Luke on. So here's Kieran.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing?
Hi, Kieran. How you feeling?
Yeah, great, amazing.
Yeah, right. So, right, Kieran. Since I think I've told you starts. You've come on this channel before. How are you feeling being a Forest fan? Because as we know, we mentioned bottom of the league. Steve Cooper's come in, and especially social media, it's so positive. Well, as a Forest fan, how are you feeling?
Yeah, amazing. And we've not had this for years, really, since Bidder Davis. And it's just nice to see someone coming into the club actually wanting to be here. You know, Cooper's really known to have motivation in players that actually believe in him, because that's what we didn't have under Chris Hughton. And it's very refreshing at the moment. But I think we'll definitely get in the playoffs and hopefully get promotion.
We mentioned so many players that have been so good. What player has stood out for you so far this season?
Well, there's this guy.
You know what? I don't know why I mentioned it. I don't know why I mentioned it. Why? Give me a reason why Yates has been a player with you so far.
Just shows so much passion, and the reason I like about Cooper is he's really transformed into an unbelievable player. I've always believed in, even since Martin O'Neill, when he made his debut under Martin O'Neill, there was signs of real quality from Yates. Even getting a few goals. I think when we played Middlesbrough, when we won 3-0, I thought he was outstanding. We played 3 at the back. But then since then, other managers never really knew how to get the best out of him. But Cooper's been the next one that's managed to really make him a starter every single week. But yeah, definitely Yates will be up there for me.
And any more players or just Ryan Yates?
I'd say Joe Worrell as well. I think he's turned him into a brilliant leader, and that's what we need. We've been lacking a lot of leaders in the last few years. I think you got him, McKenna, and Yates potentially could be a future captain for us as well.
I think that's a great point, Kieran, about Joe Worrell, and I'm one who said how much I feel Cooper's brought on his game. He's cut out some of the sloppy stuff from Joe Worrell. He don't go easy on him, even though he is one of his leaders and one of the Mr. Nottingham, as he's been labelled this week. And I think when everybody's talking now about Scott McKenna going under the radar, I don't think that's true. I think Joe Worrell goes under the radar now because it's almost expected of him. We didn't expect it from McKenna, so everyone's going, oh, that goes under the radar. We all know McKenna's a brilliant player now. I think what
Definitely.
Joe Worrell does, and Yates to a certain degree, but he's getting a lot of praise as well. I think you can see the real difference in what Cooper's done to those players. You know, just single-handedly done. And I think you make a great point about Joe Worrell.
Right, last but not least, Kevin, I think I've never mentioned to you. So at the start of the season, where do you think Forest was going to finish? And now, where do you think Forest will finish?
I said 15th, the same as you, to be fair. And,
Was that sarcastic though? Was that sarcastic or really 15th?
No, serious.
Okay. So where do you think Forest finish now? 15th?
I think we'll just scrape a playoff place. I think we've got some tough games coming up, especially 10 games in hand. Bournemouth and Fulham are the biggest blocks to get by, but I think we'll definitely get there. Only just.
Kevin, it's been a pleasure. As you know, Kevin is a member as well, and like he's been in the channel as well. You've got TikTok, haven't you, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm on 2,000 followers. So yeah,
How many?
It's all good at 2,000.
Bloody hell! I'm not used to TikTok. My little girl goes on it, so I don't really go on TikTok. But yeah, Kevin, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on. I'll definitely get you before the channel as well, Kevin. And he is subscribed to Do Daily as well, aren't you, Kevin?
Already have.
Do Daily's one of Do Daily's biggest fans, Kieran.
As always.
Right, Kevin. Thank you very much, Kevin, and I hope I'll see you soon before the season finishes.
You sure will. See you, Des, as well.
Peace up, dude.
Cheers.
Right, so that's Kieran. Like I said, people, if you want to come on the show, you can do. Next on will be Luke. I'll get in a minute, but I still want to get through the comms as well. This is from Gary Marriott. Fear nobody in playoffs. I think everyone will want to avoid us. Need to stay clear from Borough so we can play Deja. Des, have you got any, we've seen loads of people come on. And are you happy with everyone's opinion about?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of comments in there about playoffs. Like Gary said, it would be nice to avoid Borough. I'm not scared of them, apart from the fact I'd like to see Jed play. It'd be absolutely horrible if he'd been so brilliant all season and then in the final game he couldn't play. You know, and we've seen what damage they did to us before. So without being petrified, see a lot of comments there about playoffs. So I'm not really scared of anybody. Sheffield United a few weeks ago, yes, we got a 1-1. But if Brennan scores that penalty, we win that game comfortable. Yeah. We battered them. We battered them and played them off the pitch. And I've spoken to a few Sheffield United fans recently, and they admit it. And they're not the most humble guys in the world.
Yeah.
You know? They admit that we battered them. And I think when we played QPR, we just blew them away second half. You know, Blackburn, one of the best away games of the season. Brilliant. It always felt comfortable. And I think we've just got more than enough. I think we're too good for this league. I think if we could keep the players, and that's a big if, because we know how football works these days, and we've got a lot of loan players who are now been made better. But if we kept this squad, I said it somewhere else last week, we'd walk through the table. We'd walk through the league next year. We'd do what Fulham have done this year.
100%. Before I get Luke on, I got a super chat, and this guy's, like I said, he's a legend. Thank you for having me on, Ben. You Rez. You know what? Thank you for coming on, people. Let's have respect for the £2. And like I said, man's a legend. I've never had a positive guy like Des. Des is positive, but this guy's a legend. But like I said, thank you very much, Ezzy, for the £2. Right, like I said, people, I've put the link in so people can come on the show. I just talk about Forest. Like I said, it's the international week. Come on, I might do it again next week. So, like I said, we're doing 15 minutes. We're bloody hell. We're going to be doing well. Right, Luke. Let me get Luke on. Hello, Luke.
Hello, you alright?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Hi, Des.
Right.
You alright?
Hi, Luke.
Right, Luke. So, like I said, we said to everyone, how are you feeling being a Forest fan?
Right now, buzzing. Can't be happier. It's so good right now in the ground, the atmosphere, everything's just quality right now. Can't ask for much more.
Was you happy? Was you happy when Steve Cooper was permanent, or did you want another manager?
Being honest, I wanted Chris Wilder at first.
I think everyone did. I think everyone.
Yeah.
I did as well. I think everyone did.
I think probably after the Birmingham game is when I believed that he was the right man, because the way he plays football, the attacking that we do, it's just, you can't ask much more than what we're doing right now. We're scoring goals, don't concede many, and yeah, it's just brilliant right now.
So, what player, like, it can be more than one player. What player that you've been impressed with so far? Like, there's been loads of them. Everyone's been fantastic, but what players are stood out for you?
I'd say Ryan Yates is obviously one of them.
Loving it.
Got McKenna, Colback.
There's loads of McKenna fans out there, people.
The entire team right now, honestly, I can't name one. I can't name one.
So Ryan Yates then is your player.
Yeah, Ryan Yates for me. Yeah.
Okay, I'm loving it. Right, last but not least, Luke. So at start of season, where did you think Forest would finish? And right now, where do you think they'll finish?
So at the start of the season, I said mid-table. After the first 7 games, I said we're going to get relegated because I had no hope at all. Now I'm going to say 4th at this moment in time.
Ooh, okay. So you're another confident. People saying for 3rd, people saying 4th. Bloody hell! So you look happy, Luke, man. Because I think I met you. Was it the Swansea game? Was it Swansea away? I met you.
Yeah, Swansea away with my mate Dan as well. Yeah.
I thought he was coming on.
Yeah, he was. He's busy.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But like I said, so you think Forest will finish 4th? Have you got a season ticket at Forest?
Yeah, season ticket. Yeah.
Where do you sit?
Lower Trent End.
Lower Trent End.
Yeah.
What's the atmosphere like?
Usually it's not that good. I think past games like Liverpool Sunday, Leicester, Arsenal, it's been very, very good.
It looked pretty good with those flags. The flags in Richford End look, from where I looked down on it, it looked really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of atmosphere wise, the game on Sunday was the best I've seen it like for a while. It was so loud for the entire game. It was brilliant.
100%. Luke, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on. I do apologise for being late. Because like I said, Luke, thank you very much for coming on, Luke.
Cheers, guys.
Right, peace and love. Thank you very much. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming on. So let's say, people, there's another 7 minutes. People, if you want to come on, the link is up above. Please come on and just talk about Forest. I'm loving it. Even Des loving it. Because let me say something. I think when Chris Hughton was manager, and every single time, especially, I think I was watching the other day, Des, the Stoke game, and the review show, I think everyone was depressed. And especially, what game was it? The Cardiff as well. I was looking back on it, and everyone was down and out, and there was no hope as well. And Des, can you remember the first 7, Des? It was like, even social media was depressing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was just that thing where everybody, bizarrely, it's when I kind of got to know you and the rest of the guys quite well, and we was enjoying it in that sense. But it was just like we just went to the game and we went home and we didn't say much on the way back, and now it's been the theme all the way through, hasn't it? That these games at home are making us realise how important football is in Nottingham, because everybody feels like a bit of a, I don't want to sound too cheesy and too silly about it. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone feels like we're all best mates with each other. Yeah. Like people we don't know, you just want to talk to them about Forest and the guys that have come on tonight. Everybody's absolutely buzzing with it, aren't they? And lots of things are happening around the club, and it's just exciting. There's something happening all the time. Of course, we're getting the TV games. I know that's a sore point sometimes, but
don't mention it.
It's a price to pay for success, isn't it? So much more. What that does do, the positive from that, it allows much more people to watch it on a regular basis. You know, some people can't. We're lucky. We're really, really lucky. We can go to away games. Our lives kind of dictate the fact that we can. You know, I'm not saying we've got lots of money, because I definitely haven't, not as much as you do.
All right, listen to me. That's lies. Listen to me. There's a lie. I've got no money.
But for whatever, you've got plenty clicking in on here. No, but for whatever reason, you know, it don't boil down to money all the time. But some people can't go to away games. I feel really, really privileged this year to be able to go with a good group of guys. You know, come across people like Kieran, and Luke and all the other guys. You know, and then everything's kind of spreading around, isn't it? People talking about Do Daily, you know, they wouldn't know about that if it wasn't for football. And that's the kind of thing I appreciate. And it's just brought everybody together under one hat. Whereas earlier in the season, I didn't know the guy who sat next to me. You know, I didn't know anybody. It was just one of those things where we've been depressed with it for that long. Nobody really wanted to talk about it. And now we just can't get enough.
I just clicked on what Des just said.
Window, come in.
But look at him. It's just fantastic. Like, as far as fans, just in a lovely mood, man. But I've met Steve Cooper as well. I think it was a 4th game in as manager, and like I said, the way he was talking. When you hear managers, it's like, oh, it's the same old media trained, this, that, and over. Steve Cooper's not that man. He's building something at Forest, and there will be clubs sniffing up for him, because, like I said, we've got players like Jess Benz. It's been a massive hit for Forest, and if he does stay, if he does go back to whoever he goes to, then it's going to be a massive game for them and a big loss for us. Brendan Johnson as well. He was at Lincoln, did fantastic for them. He's come back. So much pressure for them to come to Forest. A young lad, and now look at him. One of the best players that Forest have had.
Here's a question, Dor. Here's a question. It kind of popped into my head. Here's a question for you, for me. Who do you think, if Forest didn't get promoted, and I don't think the top clubs would ever come for him, because he's just unfashionable in that sense. He's not a foreign coach. But somebody really, really high up in the Premier League with lots of money, I don't know, a West Ham or a Villa, you know, they don't need managers at the moment. Do you think at this point Steve Cooper would leave?
If I do remember, I think one Chris Palace sniffing.
Crystal Palace was sniffing, but he was unemployed then as well, wasn't he?
He was employed then. If the way he's a young manager and the way he's going on, I won't be surprised. Someone like we can see, we know how Everton's going on. Like Frank Lampard is not doing that great. Someone like him going to Everton, or I don't see him going to a top 6 side, but because when I can remember what manager was it? He was doing so well. We could talk about David Moyes. He was doing well for Everton. They went to Man U. He didn't do great. West Ham and blah blah blah. But why not? Steve Cooper's doing fantastic. He's young, and that's what the problem is. Like,
yeah, but do you think with the relationship he's built, the support he's got, and I'm trying to play devil's advocate, the fact that the team might break up at the end of the season because of the loans, and if we didn't go up, I think he'd be stuck between a rock and a hard place, because he's got so much support, he's got so much backing at Forest, but he's obviously what do you call it? He's determined to do well. I can't think of the word off the top of my head. He's a progressive manager, isn't he? Do you know? So I just wonder whether for 2 or 3 years we've got him. Do you know, until things particularly went bad. Because I touched on it before, and I'm not joking. I was talking to Man U fans. I said, this guy could get the best out of Harry Maguire and Pogba and people who are not performing. He could get more out of them than Ranić, you know, and Solskjaer before that, because this guy's got something, and he won't get picked out by the top clubs. But there's going to be clubs surely that are going to look at him and go, we've got we've got foreign investors who are pumping in 200 million. Do you know, look at the money Everton spent a couple of years ago on 7 or 8 players, 30, 40 million. Richarlison. Do you know, it was a waste of money, really, because those type of players that took them backwards. But you mentioned Lampard, and it was interesting to me that you mentioned Lampard, because this just proves that Steve Cooper has done the dirty work, he's done the groundwork. You know, you're getting a proper manager with Steve Cooper. Frank Lampard is a fake. He's a fake. You know, he's been taken into Derby because of his name. He's not pulled up any trees. They were playoff contenders and he scraped them in. He didn't work out at Chelsea, so he's got a job at Everton. You know, there's no pedigree there. Whereas Steve Cooper, he's worked at under-17s at Liverpool. He's worked in the young England setup. He's respected by all the top managers in the Premier League. You know, and I think it just shows that who these clubs go for, it's got to change a little bit, hasn't it? You know, there's good managers in the lower leagues that can do a real good job. You got to remember, this guy weren't even a top professional, was he?
Nope.
Played for Wrexham.
Nope.
It boils down to personality and belief in their ability, and I think he totally does that, doesn't he?
Well, people, if no one wants to come on, I think we'll wrap up the show. I think I've really enjoyed it today. It's been a different kind of show, like I said.
Good stuff.
Is it?
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Like I've really enjoyed it, and like I said, it's international duty. I might do another one. So, like I said, people, if anyone wants to come on my show, I'll just talk about Forest. Like, it could be anything. People have their opinion, and this is what my show's about. I'm not talking about you have people who's journos and you can't say certain things. Listen to me. My channel's not a lot about that. You can call on channel, and we have, like I said, got Des, we have Lee, we have Matt, we have Stephen, we have Dylan, we have everyone on my channel. If you want to come on, message me on Twitter, Instagram, and just say to me, Mr. Ben, can I come on your show? Feel free, because like I said, I'm not that kind of person and say no to people, because I want, like I said, it's a channel that I can, like Des mentioned it, start of the season. I've started to know Des, and now we're building a relationship with Des. Des is building his platform as well, and it's going to go to people as well. There's 110 people. People, if you can, please do subscribe to Do Daily. You can, please. His link is below. Go and subscribe to his show. I did mention, I said, I've got the Kevin Campbell event happening on the 28th of April as well. It's going to be a fantastic event. People in the 90s will remember Kevin Campbell. What a striker. Player that played alongside Pierre Van Hooijdonk, played with Ian Wood, my favourite player, and the lot. Like I said, if you want your tickets, people, the link is below. Go and subscribe. And if you struggle to get the tickets, just message me, DM, and I'll send you to the right person so you can get your ticket. But yeah, I think I'll wrap up. Thank you very much, Des, for coming on.
Brilliant. That really enjoyed it. Great talking to the guys. Some great points, weren't there?
Fantastic points.
I think that worked really well.
It did really well. But like I said, people, like I said, if you are, I think I will do. I think I will, because I think Forest women are playing against Derby. So I might go to Derby next week to watch the Forest girls. So I might make a travel there to support the girls and take my £5 with him and wave it so I can buy the club. So, but yeah, right, people. Like I said, I think I'll definitely do another show next week. I think I'll do it next. I think I'll do it next Tuesday. Because we've got Blackpool, haven't we? I'm doing my review show on a Thursday with a Blackpool fan, and I'll do. Yeah, I think I'll do one again on Thursday. Next Tuesday I'll do one. So yeah, next Tuesday I'll do one, or even Sunday. Might do one Sunday. Yeah, I'll tell you. Right, people,
do another one.
I'm definitely gonna do another one. I think I've really enjoyed this show. Right, but before we get to the comments, great job, guys. No, thank you very much, Chris, for watching as well. Cheers, Kev. Thank you very much for watching again. Dear chap, thanks, Dore and Des. Always 3 points, please. Up the Reds. We've got someone coming on. Wait, Des, wait.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, he's gone off. Daniel, come back on. Daniel, come back on. Where is it? Come back on. Daniel, come back on. Yeah, that's it. He's there. Right, is he here?
Extra time.
Extra time. Can you get it, Daniel?
Oh.
He's struggling. Come on.
Oh, wow.
Daniel, come. Daniel, come back on. Oh, is he on? No, is he on? Daniel, come back. Daniel, wait. Right, Daniel, come back on. I don't know what happened there, but yeah. Give him 2.
Hit the crossbar.
Hit the wait. He's
pulled out for VAR.
VAR, but if you want to come, wait, is he back away? Is he come back on? Daniel, VAR. They're struggling there. Struggling, Daniel. He's struggling. He's struggling, Daniel.
It's not happening.
It's not happening, Daniel. Daniel, if you want to come on next week, you can. Wait. Is it coming out? No, it's not coming out. Daniel, you've not paid your bill, mate. You've not paid your bill. What's going on?
In the meter.
All right. Right, Daniel, message me on Twitter, Instagram. I'll get you on the next show. But yeah, right, before we go, I'm going to read comments. Doors, absolutely not mind your work and make transition to YouTube. Thank you very much, True Red. Much appreciate for that lovely comment. Yeah, appreciate that as well. Timothy, great show, guys. Thank you very much. Like I said, thank you very much. Like I said, listen to me, right? It's a hobby. I really enjoy it. I don't take up cameras. I don't care about the money. I like talking to Forest fans, and that's it. Me and Des, we love football. People, we just love football. We talk nonsense. Des talks more nonsense than I do. So, sorry, Des, I had to get you as well. Great show. Cheers, Ian. That's Des's mate. Daniel, do you want to come on, Daniel? Daniel, come on, Daniel. Wait. Okay. Ooh, is he coming on? Oh, he's not coming on. Daniel, are you coming on? He's struggling. Right, Daniel. Oh, is it coming on? Hello? Daniel. Talk, Daniel. Daniel, right. Listen, right. Here's what it is. Right, people, we get going. Like I said, thank you very much for watching. Like I said, people, do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Make sure you do subscribe to Do Daily. Like I said, he's got a fantastic channel. If you're down and out, go and adjust the channel. Like I said, he lifts people up, and like I said, it's a great channel. Right, people, I'll be back next Tuesday. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. No Forest games, but like I said, I'll be back. And thank you for the 103 people watching. Peace and love. Up the bloody Reds.
You